We're out here at Rhodabush Cottage on the University of Northern Colorado campus, and I'm here with Tim, the director of UNC's Veteran Services, and we're going to learn a little bit about what they have going on here. Hey, Tim, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for coming over. Happy to help out and tell everyone more about Veteran Services here at UNC.
So, with Veteran Services, what's the history of that here at UNC? How did that come to be?
So long story short, the school's had Veteran Services for a long time, but the big change was around 2008, 2009 when the new GI Bill got put in place, and that created a huge influx of veterans coming out of military service and going to college all across the country, but here at UNC too. And so they realized there was kind of a gap here. We needed to provide more direct services to all those veterans that were coming in. And so they created UNC Veteran Services, and that's kind of taken a bunch of different forms over the years. And around 2014, 2015, we got Rhodabush Cottage here set up as the Veterans Resource Center at UNC.
Well, that's great. So, can you tell me a little bit about what you offer in terms of services to veterans and what that means, whether you're a student to UNC or maybe just a member of the veteran community here in Greeley?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the important distinction to note is that there are some services and programs that are only available if you're a veteran attending UNC as a current student, but we are a resource to the greater Greeley community and Weld County, especially if there's veterans out there who are interested in exploring higher education but haven't done so yet. This is a great place to start because the veterans that work here and myself all were in that same position at one point. Not sure what college looked like, where to get started, all of the ins and outs, all of the paperwork. And so we were a great place to start. If you want to explore that option and talk to someone who's been there that also has a military background. Other services, I think the big two distinctions is the center itself. There's a lot of things we provide in there. So free printing, coffee, access to computers. We've got a fridge. People store their lunch and come by in between classes, grab a bite to eat. TV, kind of a nice little lounge area. People can relax and hang out or study. We've got some quiet spaces for that in there too. And then the other side of it is I think the programs and workshops and things we offer throughout the year. So one of the big things I'm really proud about is our PAVE program. That's short for Peer Advisors for Veteran Education. Essentially what we do is replicate the buddy system that the military employs a lot and take veterans who are already in college and doing well and have them reach out and connect with veterans who are just starting college. So come into UNC, you automatically get someone assigned to you that can help you out, just answer questions or show you around campus, show you, how to use the library, get registered for classes, or just find a good place to eat, hang out, and kind of find that veteran community again. Other services we offer include different workshops throughout the year. So another one we got coming up really soon is our financial literacy workshop, which is basically hey, what's all the stuff that you wish you knew when you're 18, but no one ever taught you about saving money and planning for retirement and all that stuff. So things that aren't necessarily specific to going to school or succeeding academically, but are important for life skills and developing stuff like that. If you don't have your finances in order, it's really hard to focus on academics. So we focus on those things a lot too. Career preparation, planning workshops like that, as well as one we're doing later today, which is we have a Army veteran on campus that works at UNC has offered her services to do a yoga class for free. So it's a kind of a whole gamut of different things we do in here, and it changes each week and each month, but it's a lot of really good services.
That sounds really amazing. It sounds like a really great community to be a part of. So for people who are interested in sort of checking it out or seeing if it's the right fit for them, how can they get involved? Do they need to make an appointment? Are there certain hours that they can or can't come by?
Yeah, so we're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's almost every week throughout the year. A couple times a year we're closed for holidays or spring break, which was last week. We were closed, that sort of thing. Those hours change a little bit in the summer, kind of just depends, but most of the time throughout the academic year we're open Monday through Friday, 8 through 5. Folks can make an appointment. They absolutely can. They can reach out to us via our email or call the center, 970-351-1403, or veterans.services@unco.edu. They can make an appointment, but absolutely they can just walk in and talk to whoever's here and ask questions and get to know us better and get whatever help they might need.
That's great. Now, you kind of mentioned that there's sort of things that go on sort of regularly throughout the week or a little more interestingly from time to time, but do you have sort of big events or things that you do with the services here?
Yep, absolutely. I'd say one of our biggest events happens right around Veterans Day, which is November 11th of each year. And usually at the weekend before or the weekend after, we do our big flagship event, which is the Freedom 5K. That's a 5K race that we put on here, right here on campus. We run around the campus and then hang out at the military appreciation game. Right after that, watch UNC football play, which is a lot of fun. And it's also a fundraiser. So all the proceeds that go to that race are then put into our Veterans Scholarship here at UNC.
That all sounds really great, and what I'm learning is how little I know about the amazing services that you offer here. Is there anything that I haven't asked about that you'd just like for the community at large to know about what's going on here?
Yeah, I think that in terms of just UNC in general, but definitely Veteran Services, it has a lot to offer to the Greeley community, both in folks that are exploring higher education and are interested in learning more about what it means to go to college and how to get involved here, but also just kind of learning more about other things that are going on with veterans in the community. We're plugged into folks over at Ames Community College, stuff the city of Greeley's putting on, Weld County, the Northern Colorado Veterans Resource Center. We have a lot of partners throughout the community and throughout Northern Colorado that we work with. So chances are, if we aren't the best person to help you with your situation, we know who is.
Awesome. And kind of finally, we're standing here next to the cottage. What's it actually like when you walk inside of it there? What's the vibe? What are you trying to offer as a location for people?
The vibe is definitely a place to relax, hang out, get to know some fellow veterans or military-affiliated students. We get a lot of children or spouses of veterans that go to UNC as well, and they hang out here too. The place where people should be able to relax and feel comfortable. There's not, any expectations going in. Some folks will come in, grab some food and just hang out for a little bit and then go to their class, and that's fine. Other folks stay around here all day, get some work done, work on an assignment. We have one set of students that meets here usually every other week for their D&D group. And so, it's really, we take in all different shapes and sizes here at Rhoda-Bush Cottage. It's pretty great.
Well, that's awesome. Thanks so much for joining me today, telling the community a little bit about what's going on here. This has been really fun to learn about. So if you want to learn more about that, there's a website online you can go to check out and find more information. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn a little bit more about the Greeley community and what's going on here.